Hey guys, it's Jeff with Simply Derivative, and here's the daily recap for Monday, August 19th. Taking a look at the ES after hours. The market just closed about an hour ago, and we're taking a look here. You can see that we basically, just to go over some high-level stuff, we gapped up to start the session today. Futures were up overnight, and that continued basically through the entire session. Although it wasn't the greatest trading day, there were some opportunities. Volume was all right, 1.25 million on the ES here. But I just wanted to highlight a couple things real quick in this recap, and then give you an idea of what we're looking at tomorrow and the rest of the week. So real quick here, we have this orange box you guys can see right here. We had talked about this quite extensively last week in both pre-market preps and daily recaps, basically highlighting the fact that if the market held down here and was able to get above this 2870 area, this 2880 area, then we'd probably go retest this 2930, and that's exactly what ended up happening. Now, to get in and out and take advantage of that move, there's different ways to do it. We did it both in options and futures, buying futures and also buying calls, and it worked out on all four major equity indices that we pay attention to: ES or SPY, Nasdaq, so the Qs or the NQ, YM or the diamonds, and then the Russell RTY or IWM. We actually pulled off some profit today with our IWM calls, still holding on to some of these other indices as well. So why did we think that we would get a retest back up into this 2930 area? Basically, you have uninhibited selling. Basically, where did the origin of the move start? The origin of the move, the down move, started back up here at 2930, right? And so what the market likes to do is simply move from one origin of a move to another. So we were able to hold down here in this 2830 area above 2800 basically, and you can see once we cleared this trading in here, we had a nice little retest. I believe this was Friday. Yeah, Friday, a retest of the breakout. We broke out here, cleared this high, and then came back into this area, retested. This held on top of the fact that's holding down in here, and then we figured we'd get right back up to the origin of this move, and that's what the market likes to do. So understanding where the market may turn, where it may get to in terms of a profit potential, these are all important for you guys to understand and be able to see this on a chart. Makes trading a lot easier. Now, it doesn't work every single time, and there's lots of opportunities in between. This move all the way up to here, you have lots of little day trades that you could be taking, or you could simply, buy your options or buy your futures and hang on to it. So I mean, there's really, I'm not going to get into it right now. I don't want to overcomplicate things, but there's different ways to do this, to take advantage of these type of moves, these bigger moves, especially when you see something like this. A nice big drop, held, got a retest after breakout, and then held again, and you can see that this thing rallied up pretty good. So that's the first thing that I wanted to highlight, was the fact that we were talking about this last week. We took advantage of it, and you can see the market was up about 1% on the day, just continuing this rally back up to this area. So that's number one. Number two, more specifically to today, what we're looking at and what we took advantage of was a few opportunities. You can see with the arrows, had a couple short opportunities, had a couple long opportunities, and then we were really done by 10 o'clock. So the rest of the day we just kind of chopped around above the first 5 minutes until the end of the session, and we sold off a little bit. So like I said, it wasn't the greatest trading day, but there were opportunities. One I want to highlight was a short early on in the morning. You can see that we had confirmation of this on 3 time frames, right in here, right in here, and then right in here. And on the 5 minute, you can see there was a couple opportunities to get on board this short and take it down for, depending on where you got in, but 6 to 10 points, 6 to 8 points on the downside for an early morning pullback after a gap up. and then you can see that the market resumed its trend up in the same direction that we had been going, the overall dominant trend, which has been up, back up as a test in this 2930 area. Now, what are we going to do up here? Not really sure. I would suspect that we may pull back a little bit and then ultimately break through this, but we'll see how that plays out and what time frames and what timetable that's going to happen. That goes into our analysis and everything that we look at on a daily basis. So, but the long opportunity this morning, that was really nice. You basically had this base right in here above 2910. The market popped up, sold off, pulled back, corrected, whatever terminology you want to use. We had a nice engulfing candle, bullish engulfing candle in the same direction of the overall trend with room to the upside. You can see that the market rallied up out of here. This was all pre-market. This was all pre-market right in here, right in here. And then once the market opened up US regular trading hours, you can see that we got caught up in these wicks, got caught up in these wicks, got caught up in these wicks, and we sold off, sold off, sold off, and came down and hit this 29.15 area. And that was our entry for the long. So we took a short into a long, reversed, and took that up basically with a target just back at the open, which today was what, 29.2350. And so that was our long opportunity on top of the short opportunities. So the short, we saw the wicks, we saw the weakness possibility coming in, and then we thought we could take this down to our spot where we'd really want to get long, and this would be the main trade for the day, if you will. And it happened to work out. There was another opportunity to get long as well, right in here, right around mid-morning, 9:15. You can see that we popped up above the first 5 minutes worth of trading on the day session only chart. We pulled back slightly, came back to the bottom end of that range. We had a nice engulfing bearish candle, capitulation candle, if you will, for this small time frame, followed by a nice bullish candle. And once we got that signal, that was to hop on board right in here, 29.24, right around in there, for a retest of this high, and then you leave some on ultimately to get a little bit higher. Back up above 29.30 was the second target. So those were the two really good trades that we had today, albeit, like I said before, not the greatest environment, but definitely able to take advantage of that and make some money on the day. So those were some trades that we looked at and we took today. What else is going on this week? We have the FOMC minutes coming out on Wednesday, so the markets are going to be volatile with that. Get an idea of what they talked about last month's meeting. And then you have Jackson Hole and the Fed and their whole symposium on Thursday and Friday, and that surely are going to move the market. Probably. And then, if Trump tweets anything, we'll see what happens. We could be down or we could be up big. It just really depends on what he tweets. And, we're going to see this volatility, I think, persist a little longer than people think. You can't see it right now, but the VIX was down, I want to say about 8%, 9% most on the day. And given the fact that we were up about 1.5% on the major markets, the VIX didn't really sell off, and so it's kind of just staying up, staying bid, and so we'll see how that plays out tomorrow. Bigger picture, we're basically stuck in a range, the high being this 29.30, 29.40 area, the low 28.25 in the cash market, and so we'll see if we want to break out to the upside and then continue to move back up towards that 3,000 level, or going into tomorrow we'll see a slight pullback from today's action, turn around Tuesday to the downside, and then maybe get some bullish comments from the FOMC and Thursday or Friday from the Fed and the Jackson Hole. So yeah, I'm thinking that's why we didn't see VIX sell off completely and get back below 15, and that's something to keep an eye on, because this volatility may not be done yet. So that's my thoughts on that. What else was going on today? Bonds sold off quite a bit. Gold was down a little bit as well. Dollar's rallying up, and so all of this is coming together around the same time, obviously, because of the events that are happening this week. So stuff to pay attention to. And that's it for today, really, guys. Hope you guys had a good trading session, a good start to the week on Monday. And I'm going to send this out. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, the like button on our YouTube page. Give us a follow. Subscribe for more videos like this. We're actually going to be doing a couple different things. We've had some computer troubles the past couple weeks, so haven't really been able to take advantage of what the platforms offer us. So we're going to be starting to do that here shortly. We're going to probably start doing a weekly analysis on top of the daily recap and the pre-market preps. In terms of content that we're pushing out for free kind of thing. And then our live streams, we're going to get back on that as well, and make sure that you guys can get a good understanding of what the markets are telling us, where potential turning points are, and how to take advantage of them. So if you want to know more information, like I said, check out our YouTube channel, check out our Twitch page, follow us on social media, visit simplyderivative.com if you guys want to learn more, understand how the markets work, how to read charts and use technical analysis to your advantage. If you just want to brush up on some new skills, definitely check us out at simplyderivative.com. We have our new day trading course out as well. That's been really well received, and so we're really happy with that. And if you guys, like I said, are interested in learning how to day trade specifically in the futures markets, whether you have a big account or a small account, it doesn't really matter. You can apply these same principles to both the ES or the NQ or any other futures markets, and then we can also take these and use our methodology, our thought process, our way of understanding the markets, and you can apply it to the micros too. So if you have a small account but you want to trade futures because you don't have enough to be a day trader of stocks, because you need that 25,000 and that pattern day trading rule, futures are a great way to do this. Specifically if you're starting out, the micros, we would recommend the micros. It's 1/10 the size of the E-minis, doesn't matter what it is, but that's a great way to get involved and learn as well. So that's it for today. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.